Hey everyone, welcome to the Modern Day Investor Podcast. I'm Mark Robinson, CEO and founder of the International Academy of Wealth. So what is this podcast going to be all about? Well, in reality, guys, probably my shirt says that all responsibility starts within. So my goal for you is to gain the clarity and the confidence so you can make financial decisions based on what you want. Now, I've had 35 years or coming up to 35 years experience in the financial services industry, and I can give you over these few podcasts, guys, I'm going to give you as much information as I possibly can. I'm going to try and keep it entertaining as much as possible. So as always, guys, to get this up and running, please subscribe to the podcast, or if you're watching it on YouTube, every subscription helps to help build up the channel and give you as much value as I possibly can. So what I want to sort of share with you in this one is share with you how my wife, my amazing wife, she's incredible. Her name is Billy. She also has a podcast called the Female Investor Circle. Guys, go check that out as well. And we're going to share with you how we're actually traveling the world this year. We're just using a fraction of our portfolio, how we've done it, how we've structured it, all the little tips and tricks that we've learned over the years so that you guys can start to create additional income streams, whether you're a business owner or you're an employee. That's the ultimate goal for the Modern Day Investor Podcast and YouTube channel. Yeah. So what we're going to talk about today is we're going to just share information. I'm going to try and keep it short, sharp, without too much waffle. Yeah. Now I do quite often go down some tangents. I do go down into some rabbit holes. I'll try and keep the conspiracy theories short and to the point, and you can go down and decide whatever it is going to be. The one thing I can promise, guys, is I am just going to be me. If you have seen me speak on stage or if you've read any of my books, I'm pretty direct, right? And I'll keep that as well. I'll keep the swearing to an absolute minimum as well. In fact, I'll make sure my production team cuts or beeps. It does any of the beeps and go from there. Yeah. So, yeah, like I said, we've been traveling now for about 3.5, 4 months, right? And we've got another couple of months on the road before we head back and go to a speaking gig that I've got on the Gold Coast. Really looking forward to that. And then continue our travels. So how have we done it? Well, first and foremost, we created a plan and we allocated a portion of our capital to make this plan work. Now, most people would have gone, if you're going to go on a 6-month trip, you would have allocated $50,000 to $100,000, depending on how you wanted to travel, and actually turn around and say, well, I need to budget this amount per month, this amount, this month, and that's how long it would last, right? And you would have planned out the whole trips. You would know, the airlines you're taking, how many trains, accommodation, etc., etc. Well, with the modern day investments, guys, things are different. Things have changed dramatically, and there are opportunities out there that can earn incredible returns. Yeah. So this is probably a good time to say that, guys, obviously that this is everything that I talk about it's just purely my opinion. It is, hey, again, it's your responsibility to take control, right? And understand that I'm doing this for educational purposes only. It has worked for me. It's worked for, our memberships and members in our community at the International Academy of Wealth, right? And if you're listening, guys, please take responsibility. Don't go racing off into, any opportunities if we share opportunities on here, right? I'll be honest, I haven't decided whether I'm going to, in the podcast, go, hey, you should have a look at this or not. I will on my YouTube channel down the track, but I want to lay the foundations so that you actually can make, like I said, get that clarity and that confidence for you to be able to make your financial decisions, yeah? So, way back in March, what I decided to do is I decided to take $50,000. Now, you don't need 50 grand, right? You can build out templates and scenarios, over like an 18-month period. And from as little as $1,000. It can be less for sure, but we can show you how to build up your first $1,000, $5 grand, 10 grand, and then show you how you can build out your template right, on a month-by-month basis, so you can know what's absolutely possible for your own plan, right? So I call it the 50 grand plan, but it could be your 10 grand plan, right? Your 5 grand plan, your 500 grand plan. It's totally up to you, but you need a plan. So we built out a plan for this, and it's been really, really successful, right? So we've managed to, like I said, we're in 4 months. We've still got our capital intact. We've put a little bit more capital in where we've needed to, just to continue down the process. And I'll let you know on the podcast, guys, when I actually share that how that's going in our YouTube channel. As you can see, we're going to be building them both together, and there's a mixture, right, of the content that we share here, and then if I need to tell you what's happening, we'll make sure that you get links to the videos, just to explain it a bit more for those of you, or for the conversations that we have that need to be more visual, right? We'll make sure that you know what episode it is and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. So we did it back in March. We set it all up. We went into about 4 or 5 opportunities, and we've been showing our community members every single month, hey, where we're at, what we've spent, so on and so on. So we've been doing that now, like I said, for the last March. We're coming up in August, September now, and we've been to some incredible places. We have been to about 9 countries, I think it is, soon to be 10. Well, probably soon to be about 14, because we're now going on a 6-week trip. And what we'll actually take a step back. What we've been doing, guys, is using London. I'm currently here in the business centre in Kensington, right, at the Holiday Inn. Fantastic place, guys. Not every Holiday Inn is what you may expect, right? They are a pretty good brand. Pretty happy with them. So we're here at the Holiday Inn and in their business centre, right? And I love it because nobody comes, and touch wood, they don't today, right? But nobody comes into it, so you get to use the space for free. There's a room next door that they want £500 for the day, right? And we just go, yeah, we'll be good. So, guys, so we come back to London, and we're about to go off for another 6 weeks, and we're going to travel. We go off to Amsterdam. We're off to Bruges, if I say that right. I think it's Bruges. So we go to Bruges first, then Amsterdam, and then we're down to Prague, and then Munich is another place we're heading to, Berlin, before we come back round and come back to London, right? We then are going to spend a week in London. Our youngest daughter's coming over. Guys said, I haven't mentioned them yet, but I've got 2 beautiful daughters. One's nearly 21 in November. The other one's 18 and a half. And our 18-year-old's going to come back, and we're going to have a family holiday, right? And every single thing that we've been doing has been based on just, like I said, this 50 grand plan. And, we've been averaging around 20% per month. Again, a quick disclaimer, guys, any returns that I mention on the podcast has, as the past performances don't guarantee future results. But that, right? So just be aware, guys, that, like I said, this is all for educational purposes. But just going to share exactly what we've done. So yeah, guys. So we've been doing that, and we've been to Nice, and we've been to Barcelona, and we've been to Paris. We've come back to London. We've gone up to Scotland. We spent a couple of weeks up there. We hired a car. We drove around. And look, you can, follow us on Facebook, guys. We've been sharing, all the fun we've been having. We've kicked off so many bucket lists here. We went over to Japan for 2 weeks. We had a samurai wealth retreat, which was like this 7-day experience. We had shamans, we had samurais, we had head priests, and to top it all off, guys, we climbed Mount Fuji. Yeah. So this is all possible, right? And we've done all this amazing stuff in just 4 months. So I want to be able to, throughout the Modern Day Investor podcast or YouTube channel, whichever is your preferred medium, we're going to share all that sort of stuff. So the next couple of, and I'm going to keep them sharp, right? So this has just been a bit of a, hey, why would you come back? So guys, hopefully this has been useful. I just wanted to set up exactly what it is and how we're doing it. I'm going to share some laptop income lifestyle tips, what's been working for us, because we are working, right? We are, I still work Monday, Tuesday, a fair bit Wednesday. We sort of travel Wednesday afternoon, and then we go to a new city on Thursday or Friday. Yeah, it's generally Thursday, and then we do all the sightseeing and all the lifestyle stuff, and then back and working Monday, Tuesday. So I'm going to give you some tips as well on that in the first season. In the second season, guys, I'm going to bring in some incredible experts, right? Experts in share trading, experts in property. I'm going to bring in experts in what they call structured notes, in crypto. I'm going to make sure that these experts are exactly what they're going to follow a formula, right? They're going to share with you, how they learned it, how they implemented it, and how how you can implement it as well, right? And you can decide what strategy is going to suit you, and go from there. And then, and another one, I'm going to bring in, guys, some investigative police, right, who are going to share with you on how to actually spot a scam, using body language techniques and voice recognition, how to actually spot what they're saying versus what they're actually saying. It's just going to be incredible. So I'm already planning season 2, guys, and I'm excited for that. So where are we at, right? So just to finish off, to give you some actionable points, because I do want to make sure that I do that in this podcast series, is I want you guys to be open-minded. I'm going to break down some myths in the next episode, right? Not just because I think it's important, and simple myths that we've been educated. Now, you'll hear me say things like, the banks have got you right where they've educated you on, hundreds of times, right? Because it's true. They're one of the best marketers on the planet. They know how to get you into a mortgage so you're stuck with, for 30, 40, 50 years. They then show you how to, get a personal loan so you can go on holiday, but then after your 2-week holiday, you're paying it off over the next 3 years. They show you how to have 1 or 2 credit cards. They show you how to have a car loan. And all of a sudden, you've got multiple debts and you can't quit your job. You can't get out of your business. And all of a sudden, you're stuck for the next 20, 30 years. And they are very good at doing this. So I'm going to break down some of those myths as well. I'm going to, in the next one, I'm going to show you exactly what I've done and the 2 data points that you need to actually start with building your plan. And I'm going to give you every single step that you need to make everything happen. And I'm really excited for it, guys. People have been telling me that should have got this up and running years ago. And look, I do agree. And so I'll take responsibility for that. I will, make it up to you guys by making sure that, this series is just full of value, full of just no BS, right? And go from there. And we have got about 10 episodes in the first series, guys. And then, like I said, in the second series, I'm going to bring in, all the experts I know, and it's just going to be jam-packed, right? If I can bring them in earlier, I will, but I really want to make sure that I set the foundations, right? Make sure that in the very next one, I'm going to give you exactly what you need to get started, and why it's so important to have it done. And then again, I'll make sure that same formula, guys. How did I learn it? Why was it important that that I learned it? How did I implement it? The steps that I took, and then what you can do, and give you the steps that you can do as well to get that happening. Right. So that's it, guys. I think that would be a perfect way to end the welcome to the Modern Day Investor podcast. This is episode 1. I'm going to give you some takeaways. I will make sure that if you ask for it, guys, if you want a copy of my book, The Sole Purpose of Wealth, or our book, I should say, Billy helped me create that one. And if you want to get on the wait list, we actually have the Modern Day Investor book as well. Just let us know. I'll make sure that there is a link somewhere near the podcast and on our YouTube channel so that you can actually do that. And more importantly, guys, we do have the Modern Day Investor test. Right now, it's taken me, all my years of being in financial services to develop this test. If I can make it shorter, I would, right? But it's about 26 questions, guys, and you know every single question is there for a reason. So take the 10-15 minutes to do it. It'll then spit out a really good report and also give you guys your next steps as well, so you can start to go into what we call the investor spectrum and see what level you're at and what steps you can take from being what level you are through to becoming financially independent. I'll also share as well, guys, throughout here what the difference is between financial freedom and financial independence, and go from there. So hopefully, guys, this has excited you and want you to come back for the second one, the third, fourth, 10th, and into season 2 as well. But first and foremost, guys, just remember that responsibility starts within, and that's going to be the theme for the process of doing what we're doing here at the Modern Day Investor. Thanks, guys. Bye for now, and look forward to talking to you again on our next channel. Don't forget to subscribe and go from there. And you'll notice I'll get better and better at this as we go. Yeah, first go, pretty happy with it. So see you on the next one. Bye for now.